are going to see cryptographic hash construction. What is hashing? As we said earlier, hashing is nothing but we can give the input as the message or the document of any length, and we can get the output as a fixed length message digest. So this is the purpose of hashing, and the purpose of hashing is to provide integrity and authenticity. So this is iterative construction of cryptographic hash. In this what we have said is like how can we use the compression box. See, if you can the two inputs of the compression box is initialization vector and the message. You can see in this diagram, initialization vector is given as the input and the message is given another input of the compression box, which will give you the output as hash, that is fixed length hash value. For the next round, iteration is nothing but it will give the, if you are going to stop with the one round, then the security will be less. So according to the requirement, you can increase the number of iterations in the hashing. So if you want the application is of like it requires only less security, we can go with the less number of iterations. If it is a banking one, then it should go to 1024 iterations or 512 iterations, like this. So it depends on the application. So this is how the compression works. The two inputs are message and the initialization vector. Whatever the output we are getting for the first iteration will be the one of the inputs to the second iteration. Instead of initialization vector, the output of the previous iteration will be the input, one of the inputs to the compression box from the second iteration. So like this it will work. So we have so many versions, that is we are going to see now case study of hashing. In the case studies we have SHA-1, SHA-256, SHA-512, but today we are going to see only SHA-1, which is there in your syllabus. SHA-1 is nothing but secure hash algorithm. So it consists of like 80 rounds, and the message is split into block size of 512 bits. The length of the message expressed in the binary as 64-bit number. It is appended to the message. So if you, the first step for construction of the hash is take the message, divide it into 512-bit block. How can we divide this? Take the message, add the length of the message information. Then after adding the length, you see the size of the block. As we said, the size of the block should be 512 bits. If it is not equal to 512 bits, then there is no way, we have to add the padding bits, either 0 or 1. That is, 1 should be followed by the number of zeros. That is padding. So to make it, why we are going for the padding? To make the size into the fixed size, like a required size. To make the length of the message to a required size, we can add the bits, extra bits, that is nothing but padding. So after adding the padding bits, we will get the message length, which is of 512 bit. So the first step is done. We converted the 512 bit block. Yes, the second step is array initialization. Here we have to convert the, actually the 512 bits will be converted into 16 words. But if you see this diagram, you will come to know why do we need 80 words. See this diagram here. If you see the diagram, you will find that we need 80 words to calculate the hash value of some message. So now if I said we have to convert the message into 512-bit block. So 512-bit block can be converted into 16 32-bit words. So but in according to this block diagram, we need 80 words. So in our hand, from the block we will get 16 words. So how we are going to generate this remaining 64 words? For that we have to do this array initialization process. See, from the block we got the 16 words. From the 17th word to 80th word we have to generate. So if you take this equation, W of 17, that is word 17 can be generated by, like 17 minus 3 is 14. Take word 14, XOR with 17 minus 8, it is nothing but 9, word 9, then 17 minus 14, word 3, 17 minus 16, word 1. So if you XOR all these words, then you will get the word called 17. Then 18, 19, like this you can generate another 64 words which is required for this block. So with the array initialization equation, we have generated 80 words, 16 words from the message block and the remaining 64 blocks from the equation. So our input is ready, input words is ready. So what is the formula and how we can generate the message digest which is of fixed size? Now we'll see. Before going into it, I want to show a paper which will describe you or which will give you a clear picture. See, A, B, C, D is nothing but the shift registers in which initially we will give some values. A, B, C, D, E will be given with some initial values. Then finally, if you see again another A, B, C, D is there, that is nothing but the final output in which we will get the fixed size message digest, that is 160-bit message digest value. Whatever is the value finally we have in the A, B, C, D, E registers, that is the final output of the message which you have given. So how can we get the final answer? That's what we are going to see now. See the first A, that is the value in the shift register A will be directly saved as the value in the shift register B. And if you take this B, what happens? Take the value from the input shift register B and shift 30 times you have to shift, then that will be given as the output will be given as the input to the output shift register, that is C. Then if you take C, input shift register C, that is directly given to the D. The value whichever is stored in the C will be directly going to D. And D. So whatever is there in the shift register D, C and the B will go to a particular function whose output will be going into the another function. Okay, that is modulus operation, that I will describe you how it works, what is the function and what is that operation takes place. Then the shift register E gives the input to these operations. Whatever the output we are getting, that will go as the input to the final shift register A. So finally whatever the values that are stored in the shift registers down, that is A, B, C, D, E, which is placed down, will be the message digest value. So this can be explained. This is the overall picture of the SHA-1, and also I will show the other versions like SHA-0, 1 and 2. The output size, as I said, is 160-bit and the block size is 512 in SHA-0 and SHA-1, and the block size is 512, and the rounds, if you see, SHA-0 and SHA-1 is 80 rounds. But if you take the SHA-2, SHA-256 and SHA-512, it is 64 and 80 rounds. Okay. We'll go to our PPT now. Yes. So as I said, we have generated the 80 words. Now we are working for this function. We are working for this function, that is, yes, only the F. We are working for the function F, because all other inputs will be directly given and little bit shifted and will be given to the B, C and D. Only thing is A needs so much function operation and the modulus operation. Yes. So 80 words, for 80 words will be given as the input, and the constant Ki is also given as one of the input here. Then Ki is also the constant. Then the values from the S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 is also going as the input. and whatever the output we are getting, that will be going only to the S1. See, if you see the diagram, you can understand the formula. S5, from the S5 it takes the input, plus S1 left shift 5 times, plus function of S2, S3, S4, that's what I showed in the diagram, plus constant plus word. This word is nothing but we need 80 words for the 80 rounds. So 80 words are required, and the constant ki, that is also constant, also required for 80 times, that is 80 rounds. Then F1 of S2, S3, S4. So it has to take the values from S2, S3 and S4, and it has to apply some function on it, which will be added, plus S1, that also should be shifted left to 5 times. Whatever the value is there in the S5 will go to the go directly to the input. So after doing all these operations, that is S5 plus the values whichever is there in the S1 is shifted left, then after applying the function on the values of S3, S4 and S2, then after adding it with the key constant and the words, whatever the answer we are getting, that will be saved in the S1. So only we are working now for the value which has to be stored in the shift register called S1. Okay. Now we'll see, we said F1 of S2, S3, S4. So what is that F1? What function we have to apply? See, it is given in the algorithm as algorithm. Initialize the shift registers, as I said, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. The initial value will be fed. For there in the diagram which I have shown, they have saved it as indicated as A, B, C, D, E. Here they said it as S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. So for each block of the message, as I said, we have converted into 512 bit, which consists of message and the message padding bits and the length field, and create the 80 word array for I is equal to 1 to 80. Then what is the formula? This is temp. This temp value only will be stored. This temp value will be stored actually in the the temp value is nothing but the S5 plus S1 left shift 5 plus function S2, S3, S4 plus constant plus 80 words. So whatever the answer we are getting in the temp, that will be stored in the S1 register. So all these are nothing but which I showed in the diagram, that is S4, the value whichever is saved in the S4 shift register will be given to the S5, and the S3 will go to S4. Whatever the value we have stored in the S2, that will go to S3, but after shifting it to 2 bits it will go. Then the S2 is nothing but the value whichever is stored in the S1. So whatever the values that are stored at the final step after the 80th round in the shift registers S1, S2, S3, S4 will be the final message digest. So this is called the hashed value of the message whichever we have given. Next, I said right in this function will be applied on the values of the S2, S3, shift register S2, S3, S4. What type of function is applied is this one. So to explain this, I have given this formula, that is for the first 20 rounds we have to apply this formula. Function is nothing but applying some formula, is nothing but the function. So S2, the value whichever is there in the S2 should be done. This AND operation with the S3, then not of S2 and S4. So the output of this and this should be XORed. That will be the output for the first 20 rounds, output of the function for the first 20 rounds. The remaining 21 to 40 rounds, the output will be the XOR of S2, S3 and the S4 values for the second 20 to 40 rounds. And for 41 to 60 rounds, the function is nothing but S2 and S3. The output will be ORed with the S2 and S4, which is again ORed with the S3 and the S4. Then for the 61st to 80th rounds, what is the formula that has to be applied is S2 XOR S3 XOR S4. So this is the formulas which has to be applied for the functions whichever was mentioned in the previous slide. So for first 20 rounds, this is the formula that has to be applied for the function. For the second 20 rounds, this is the formula, and third round for third 20 rounds, this is the formula, and the fourth 20 rounds, this is the formula. Next, yes, applications and the performance. This is how now this works. The SHA-1 works, and here finally we will get the values as S1, S2, S3, and the S4, S5, which is called 160-bit message digest. So with this SHA-1 gets over, then we will see applications and the performance of crypto-hash functions. So it helps to create digest of the message, as I said, then to create a MAC for integrity and authentication, to create the digital signature. Yesterday itself we saw these three applications, how to find out.